Hey there, and welcome. In just the next few minutes, we're going to master all the essential English you'll ever need for a hotel stay. We're going to turn any stress you might feel into a super smooth, really easy experience.
So, let's be honest. Does the thought of speaking English at a hotel make you a little nervous? Well, we're about to fix that right now. We're going to turn that worry into total confidence by just walking through a typical hotel visit, step by step. By the end of this, trust me, you are going to be so ready.
Okay, picture this. You've just walked through the hotel doors. Let's start with that very first conversation you're going to have, checking in at the reception desk. This right here, this is the perfect opening line. It's polite, it's super clear, and it gives the receptionist exactly what they need to find your booking. Go on, try saying it out loud. Hello, I have a reservation under the name. See? Simple and so effective.
Now listen closely to how the receptionist asks that question. They use could I, which is a really common and friendly way to ask for something. You are going to hear this phrase a lot, so it's a great one to get familiar with.
So, when you break it down, that's all it is. Checking in is just these 4 simple steps. You say hello, mention your reservation, hand over your ID, and get your key. It's a really predictable conversation, which makes it so easy to prepare for. You've totally got this.
All right, you've got your key, you've found your room. Now what? Let's go over how to ask for some of the common things you might need once you're settled in. Let's be real, this is probably the first thing you're going to want to know, right? It's a super important question, so let's look at the best and most natural way to ask it. And this slide really shows you the power of politeness. I mean, look at the difference. Just changing I want to could you tell me makes you sound so much friendlier, so much more natural. It's a tiny little change, but believe me, it makes a huge difference in how people respond to you. And that brings us to this pro tip. This is such a great little trick. If you just start your questions with, could you please, or excuse me, all your conversations are going to be so much smoother. It shows respect, it's always appreciated, and honestly, you'll probably get better service too. Okay, so you've got the basics down. But what if you need something extra? You know, something that isn't already in your room. Let's cover how to make those special requests politely so you get exactly what you need. So a wake-up call, in case you don't know, is when the hotel staff actually calls your room's phone to wake you up. It's great if you have an early flight to catch, and the way to ask for one is super simple and polite. Could I have a wake-up call at 7 a.m., please? And see, notice how helpful the response is. It's no surprise, right? When you ask politely using a great phrase like, could I have, you're almost always going to get a really positive and friendly reply, just like this one. Here are just a few other common things you might need to ask for. These are incredibly useful phrases to have in your back pocket. Seriously, this is a great moment to pause and just practice saying them out loud a couple of times. It'll make them feel way more natural when you actually need to use them. Sooner or later, it happens to all of us. Something small goes wrong. The key doesn't work, the AC is weird, but please don't worry. Here's exactly how you can handle those little problems with total confidence and ease. This phrase right here, it's like magic. Starting a sentence with, I'm sorry to bother you, but, is the perfect way to bring up a problem without sounding angry or demanding. It immediately softens the conversation and shows you're just looking for help. This is another fantastic, really gentle way to explain that something isn't right. You could say, I seem to be having a problem with the air conditioning, or with the TV. It's just a very polite and super effective way to get things fixed. And a professional receptionist is always going to apologize and offer a solution immediately. You know, they want to help you. And when you report the problem politely, it just makes the whole process faster and way more pleasant for everyone involved. Okay, let's fast forward. Your wonderful stay is over, and it's time for the final and really easy conversation, checking out of the hotel. And that's pretty much it. Simple, direct, and polite. That's all you really have to say to start the checkout process. It clearly lets them know what you want to do. See how easy that is? The receptionist will then get your final bill ready, they'll call it an invoice, and ask you to pay. Let's zoom in on that key phrase they just used, settling the bill. So if you hear someone ask how you want to settle the bill, don't let it confuse you. It's just a very common, polite way of saying pay. You can just respond with, by credit card, please, or I'll pay in cash. That's it. So, to wrap it all up, these phrases are your secret weapons. These are your politeness power-ups for a great hotel experience. Could you please? I'd like to. Excuse me. And a simple thank you. Keep these handy and you'll be golden.
And just like that, you have the key phrases and, more importantly, the confidence for a smooth and successful hotel stay anywhere in the world. So the only real question left is, where are your travels going to take you next?